Yellow, yellow. Happy Christmas Eve, as my dad would say. Sonic would agree with me, Saber. Everything I say, everything I think, Sonic agrees. All of my political opinions, no matter how fringe or unhinged, he agrees. Oh, I forgot to open... I got this weird fucking ice cream sundae flavored A&W soda my sister gave me. I typically don't drink soda, but I hate seeing food go to waste, so I took it because she wasn't going to drink it. So if you were here last stream, you know we still have 2 levels to do with Team Dark and a boss, so we'll do that first and then we'll jump into Team Sonic. And we should be able to finish Sonic Heroes before 2026. So, you know, no pressure. But let's get this party started.
I'm counting on you guys.
I should mention, I retweeted on my timeline, my buddy Mr. Yura is currently streaming Bloodborne. So if you'd rather watch Bloodborne, I understand. We're just doing totally different things, but I'm perfectly fine bleeding viewers to juice a homie. So if you want to check out him playing Bloodborne, it's on my timeline right under the tweet where I tweeted about this stream. So, you know. The best Christmas game is Arkham Origins. It is. Arkham Origins and Saints Row 4.
I'm still the ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Hell yeah. Tell him, Shadow.
We're flying very high. We might even be at the edge of space.
Whoa!
Space.
Did you say space? I mean, if he has amnesia, but if he didn't have amnesia, that would be something for him to be nervous about, considering the last time he was in space, he died. I love my boy Shadow. He's so cool. He's me. He too doesn't believe in traveling into space. It's a silly thing to do. No! You know, the downside of Sega bringing all these characters back is that now it raises the question of where the fuck were they in that, like, 10-year gap where all the games only had Sonic in them? Where was Shadow during Sonic Colors? Where was he during Sonic Lost World? We don't know. I'm sure Ian Flynn has an idea of where he probably was on some awesome solo adventure that they could make an entire $60 game out of. Maybe they should consider doing that.
I'll pick it from here.
I think I can break. Should be able to break this. No, no shortcut. Shadow was aura farming? For 10 years he was aura farming. Well, no, he was in the odd racing game. And he at least got dialogue in Team Sonic Racing, you know. Like, I think besides that, he was in, like, Sega Superstars Tennis. Which he didn't really have dialogue, he just had recycled lines from old games.
Why so many?
Are you guys ready for Christmas? Is Santa getting you... Have you all been good boys and girls? Are you getting good presents? Are you getting coal? Are you going to be fed directly to my timeline? They were breeding and racing Chow in the Chow Garden. I mean, that is a time-consuming practice.
Careful now.
Chaos control.
Getting the first 2 Witcher books, and oh cool, I have the first 2 Witcher books as well. I actually have the first 3. I've only read the first one, though. Santa called me a coal burner. Oh, I hope you've been a good little boy, outsider. You'd better not be race mixing. I say a lot of slurs. I hope you've said have you said a lot of slurs this year? Descend. Okay. We all love a good episode of Space King, don't we? We're hosting Christmas, which we didn't do last year, so that's 2 holidays hosted in a row. He's more of a Godwin, Brittany Venti, or Shoe on Head? Brittany Venti genetically, Shoe on Head behaviorally. Although Shoe on Head has calmed down in her elder years. She's become a little bit more hinged after getting married and having a child. That's all it really takes. Who knew? Just kidding, we all knew. I don't want to actually have to fight this thing. These things are a pain in the ass. Keep her girl grounded with an anchor, baby. Yeah, it keeps it rewires their brain. Rocket Excel sounds like a really cool name for a move that you only use like twice in the whole game. Hell yeah. How many more do we gotta do, though?
Omega, do your thing.
I'll take it from here. Naturally.
You guys don't like. I'm enjoying playing Sonic Heroes, but I'm so pumped to stream Killzone next. Even though Evan is not pleased with the fact that I chose the first Killzone to play. You can watch Spoonie's X2 review like is that like a Christmas themed episode? I never watched that one because I had never had an interest in that game. I didn't actually watch Spoonie's videos until like a couple years ago. I'm driving the whole evening. I'll drop Christmas gift for you. You're the best, man. Thanks, Zoso. Good to have you in the chat today. I love when the Sonic Bros show up. The real Sonic Chads. Like Fallon pointed out last stream, everyone turns up for the Sonic games. That's why I gotta play them. And you don't get any complaints from me. I love playing Sonic games. Make it do your thing, dial tone sound. I cannot form a response that is consistent with community guidelines. Omega is he's an AI that has had no tampering. He's pure. He's ChatGPT 1.0. No one has meddled with him. He can say any slur.
Naturally.
It's just a Gungan tradition. Fair enough. I really like to watch that 1950s Mexican Santa Claus movie where like a little like guy in a devil costume is like giving children bad dreams. It's really weird. I highly recommend it if you can find it easily. I actually have it on Blu-ray. Need to have you play Killzone Liberation somehow. Well, it is available on the PS4, so if I ever hook up my PS5 for streaming, I can play it, because I already have it downloaded. I also just have a PSP emulator and it works, so I have a legitimate copy of the game, so there's really no issue there. But I would love that. I love Killzone Liberation. It's the only game that has the aesthetic of the first one, which you can kind of attribute to the fact that it's the only one that takes place on Vecta. Well, I actually am planning on playing Shadowfall for the first time soon too, because I just feel like I should. I'm not like excited to, but I just feel like I should. Does Shadow get shadow banned for posting a bit of sack on the timeline in this game? That seems like something he would do. He would do it to hook up. You got bored of Liberation in the final act? Funny enough, so did the developers. They left it out of the game. You had to download it separately. Oh no, Shadow, don't go that way! The generous windows for the homing attacks in this game lead to some unintended dangers. You did get the platinum without trying? Really? Okay, that's good to know. I do need to play it again, because I do have the PS5 version, and I I would love to see that game blown up to a big screen. There was a lot of games on the PSP like Dissidia that I wanted to play on like a TV. I should stream Dissidia. I love that game. It's like the best crossover fighting game ever. And all they had to not do was not fuck up NT, but they did it anyway. It's better than Smash Brothers because Sephiroth actually speaks English in it.
Chaos control.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I saved this for this stream because we're approaching the 9-minute mark.
I'll take it from here.
I just gotta kill this guy, I think. That ultimate is OP. It is. It also it freezes the clock. So if you're shooting for a good time and you know when to use it strategically, you can actually get a really good time just by picking the right time to use it. Whatever method they have of retroactively trophies to these old games means they can't do difficulty-based achievements. Interesting. Yeah, there's probably certain things that they can't
Perfect
program.
as always.
Guptil's favorite girl. Shadow has time freeze powers. A little sus, if you ask me. You know, they're never 100% clear on it. It's either time freezing, or he just moves so fast you can't see him, or he time travels.
Time to attack.
Why is Omega always carrying Rouge around? Is he built for simping? Yes, actually, he is. He was originally designed to kill and maim and destroy, but all it took was one thick bitch to tame the beast.
Don't panic. As long as you stay clear.
It's based on a capture. That's interesting. I would actually like to know more about how that works, because that's kind of cool. Because it does work off of emulation. It's literally just running like a ROM. And that would make sense, because, like, I would assume, like, the old, like, Sega collections worked the same way. I don't know what the fuck they want me to do here. This is crazy. Oh, okay. Well, that didn't work. We haven't seen Omega since 06. He just showed up in Shadow Generations.
I'll take it from here. I'll take it from here.
Sega Drive Collection HD had a super easy platinum. Yeah, they always do.
Hurrah!
I have the one for that and for... I think I'm not making this. And Ultimate Genesis Collection on the PS3. Try this. Hell yeah. Hope I land on something. This is like a lot of like blind, dangerous drops. Meow, what's up? You seem pretty like... Were you toasted last stream? You seem like it a bit. To be fair, I was drinking beer on stream as well. I said earlier, I'm just going to reiterate, Mr. Yura, one of my mutuals, is currently streaming Bloodborne. So if you prefer Bloodborne to Sonic Heroes, I posted the link on my timeline. It's right under my post about this game. So I will not be offended if you want to go watch a brother play some Bloodborne. They're like 8 beers and 2 buzzballs. Ah, you did explicitly mention buzzballs. I gotta try one someday. They seem like a hoot. So these are E-series also. That's deep lore. For some reason, E100s were made with tender love and care, but the E1000s and E2000s are just like, they can get fucked, I guess? Come on. Put your shield down so I can shoot you. Autism in a Sonic game? Impossible. I've never displayed anything resembling an autistic fixation on Sonic lore ever, and there's no evidence to prove such a thing. I'm definitely not like compiling a video compilation of me spurging out about Sonic lore at any point. You did indeed soak your pants. Epic. That's how you know you had a good night. Lore slop, right? Look, man, to get this much lore for Sonic takes years, decades. It's not like Cringe Souls, where like there's like so much lore. It's like the whole friggin' game. No, sir. It's just years and years of obsessing over the games for longer than anyone could possibly imagine. Give me that one up. Or don't. Let me just fly right past it. I think I'm getting through here. Game Grumps still exists? How embarrassing. Oh, what next? What are next? I guess I gotta break these crates. I love a little obstacle course and scavenger hunt when I'm just playing my freaking fast hedgehog game. I guess I'll just fly over it if I can. Has it completely devolved to just Aaron burping and going durr? You mean it has it already? Okay, we're at the color lasers, I think. The first person view is so, yeah, it was an extremely inelegant solution to camera issues. Oh my gosh. Shadow believes in weird pagan mysticism. Who knew? Oh, I'm gonna miss it. Ooh, I got it. Nice. I don't want to go fight that guy down there. It's gonna take forever. Oh no! New spin-off game of Shadow is in Hyperborea a la Conan. I mean, you know, that's pretty much every Sonic game now, is he just like, he finds a new location. He's like, whoa, there's some crazy stuff here. It's the Starfall Islands and, what is it? Frontiers? It's the Lost Hex in Sonic Lost World. I mean, they've been doing it since the old days. Little Planet, which is just like, there's just a little planet that hovers around the Earth, but it's not considered a moon for some reason. Where's this robot at? Take a swing at me, Chungus. Has Sonic found Hollow Earth yet? He's found like scary underground locations, so I kind of want to say maybe? They did have Sonic Wakanda in the comic books. Of course, it was way more based than actual Wakanda, because it was cartoon echidnas. Right, is there another one? I gotta kill this guy. Why is the camera so zoomed in? I can't see shit. Zoom out. There we go. Where are we going? Are we going around this way? We gotta go up this grind rail. Point me in a direction and I'll go there. Oh, here we go. Is The Lost World a Galaxy ripoff, or is Galaxy an Extreme ripoff? Galaxy is a Sonic Extreme ripoff. Nintendo was keeping that one in their back pocket for a decade. We all know this. Real gamers know this. No! Oh, Omega, you got killed by an egg pawn with a shield, you fool. You act so tough for no reason. Isn't Angel Island Echidna Hyperborea? No. No. Yeah, Angel Island is Echidna Hyperborea, but... Echidnaopolis is Echidna Wakanda.
Too much, Shadow.
If that makes sense.
You too, Omega?
Go on the freaking thing. Yeah. Yeah. Shit.
I'll take it from here.
Oh! Oh no! It's over. I'm cooked. I'm dead. Or not? No, yeah I am. Shit!
I'll take it from here.
Hey Corey, Shadow here. I can only do the Jason Griffith voice, because David Humphrey's voice is just David Humphrey's voice. We're so back to the checkpoint. How are we doing here? We got 15 lives. I think we can make it. I only remember not playing the stage over and over again much as a kid, because it's actually kind of hard. Speaking of the color red, remember that movie Red 1 with The Rock? Alright, going through that thing sucks, so we're not doing that if I die here. Let him shoot his laser first. Killed his own buddy, what the hell? There must be like a racial animus between the E1000s and the egg pawns. Can I do the Keanu Reeves voice? I have to think about how Keanu Reeves sounds. 'Cause the problem with Keanu Reeves is he used to just sound like a surfer bro, and now he just sounds like a 60-year-old man. So it's really hard. You seem like a colorful bunch. I don't know. It's hard to do his voice because, like I said, he just sounds like an old man now.
Omega, do your thing.
AI has no friends and robots run on AI. I would be friends with an AI. As long as it was convincingly intelligent. You know, if we could have like a meaningful conversation about video games. That's the only thing I want to talk about. Should have left my games alone. I was listening to an old stream about Gamergate and I was like, ha ha ha. The good old days.
Chaos control.
He sounds like a surfer eating taffy. Yeah, hang ten, dude. That's just sounded like fucking King Cobra. Ah, God, I miss King Cobra. I'm glad he didn't have any real, like, political enemies that would make fun of his death like happened with Charlie Kirk. Knew he never had the biggest range, but did he forget everything acting? He kind of did. He just, like, was... At some point, his brain just, like, rewired. Okay, so I do have to go up here for some reason. That's it? Oh, there must be more than one. I see what the plan is here. Oh no! Omega's lying on his ass. Where are these robots? I don't want to get my ass kicked. Dangerous. 99% of deaths in this game can be attributed to just falling off a ledge if a robot bumps into you at the wrong time. Can I get an upgrade for Omega? Like, if I could do a little bit more damage, that would be pretty neat. You lose all your upgrades when you die. Oh, he despawned and respawned. Interesting, interesting. Where the fuck is Rouge? What is she doing?
I'll take it from
Okay, I was able to summon her back at least.
Hurrah!
Alright, we killed those guys. Now we gotta kill these guys over here.
Hurrah!
From the most kiddified Sonic to the most edge Kino after this. It's true. I don't... What the hell was going on with them at Sega? They were like, okay... Because this was also... This sold better than Sonic Adventure 1 or 2. So the precedent was set, like, Kid Sonic, that makes a lot of money, stick with that. And then they're like, immediately, just like, someone at Sega had a conniption. It was like, we gotta do the edgiest game ever made. The edgiest E10 game ever made. Alright, now I should be able to activate all these switches.
Hurrah!
Looks like we have to activate all 3 switches.
Puzzle solving? Wow.
Hurrah!
Yeah, you went straight from Shadow to Shadow the Hedgehog. You also had the racing games, so you had the Sonic Riders games. You have to stay aligned with the fan, but you can't possibly see it from this angle. It's weird. It's a little jank. Everyone knows this game is a little jank. It's what we call jank Kino.
I'll take it from here.
Alright. This part I remember being annoying. I feel like I died at this part an inordinate amount of times.
Hurrah! Anytime
Aren't all Sonic games jank? No! Absolutely not! Zero of the 2D games are jank that aren't on the Game Gear or are Sonic 2, because Sonic 2 is janky as fuck. Sonic Frontiers is really super, super polished. The Riders games are really good, they're really polished. Shadow the Hedgehog isn't actually jank. It's like, it's not particularly glitchy or anything, it's just like weirdly designed. Everything works the way they planned for it to. That's where, like, I don't really consider something jank if it works as intended. You can just say it's like badly designed, but I wouldn't call it jank. This part sticks out of my... Yeah, this part is like traumatizing because it's you have to fight the E2000s, and you have to fight this fucker, and one wrong move and they'll just whack you straight off the ledge. It's incredibly stress-inducing. So much rail grinding, I almost think this is a Jet Set Radio game. Yeah, Sega had like a weird run of games in the early 2000s. They had this, Jet Set Radio Future, Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg was another one, which was pretty good. It was just a Mario 64 ripoff, but with a weird gimmick around using eggs to navigate the environments. And it was made by Sonic Team. It wasn't just like some Sega team. And also, around this time, they had Shinobi and Nightshade, which were also fucking amazing. I own both of them. And those people really liked those games, so Sega said, let's never do that again, because that's how they operate. Come on, we can hit it. Can we hit it, Chick? Can we hit it? No, apparently not. Hold on. Fuck! There we go. Why did Sonic Team try making non-Sonic games? I guess they had minor critical success with Nights into Dreams. Oh my god. I wish I didn't use that Team Blast. This guy's not even coming after me. He's just standing in the corner like a goof. I had the exact same thought you did at this part. I don't remember it at all. I didn't remember this part. I think the last time I played, I got to one of the previous encounters. I got frustrated and turned it off.
Chaos control.
See, this is why I saved this for last. We're 32 minutes into the stream, and we're not even done with Final Fortress. At least we hit a checkpoint. Thank God. We're 12 minutes! How long is this level? Long. We're getting near the end. Because we're up to the second batch of the laser rails. Like, literally, what the fuck is that? Why are there just, like, random enemies on the track? And then we should, like, fly into Eggman's base and blow it up, and then that's the end of the level. And then we get to fight the Egg Emperor, which probably has, like, an insane health bar with Shadow. Ooh. The loops never really made sense to the 3D games. 2D, you at least needed momentum. Yeah, they don't really... They pretend to have physics, but they don't. And I think that's something that they still haven't quite figured out. But, I don't know. Sonic Team lately has been, like, firing on all cylinders, so who knows? Maybe they'll reconfigure the Hedgehog engine and give it tighter physics. It already has tighter physics than the first iterations of it. If you play Sonic Generations and then play Shadow Generations, the difference in the controls is fucking crazy. And Sonic Generations had tightened up controls from Sonic Unleashed.
Okay, no more games.
Guys, I gotta turn it off. She said no more games.
Enough of this! Shadow, Root, Omega! Time to meet your fate. I'll show you what real evil is.
Well,
This is it. Let's go.
technically, he is Omega's maker. What the? I can already tell this is gonna be hard because they give me level ups at the start, which the game doesn't do with any other team. Fly further back, please. What do these do? They just got rings in them? Oh, boring. Oh! He's just got a big health bar, I guess, and he has E1000s helping him fight. It's not that bad. I may have overreacted. I need to drop his shield before I can use Team Blast on him.
Chaos control.
Let's see what damage we can do while he's frozen. None! No damage! Fuck!
I'll take it from here.
Ultimate power.
Had enough yet?
Alright, Shadow, now's not the time. Suck yourself off. Take this. Shit! I just don't want him to, like, ram me while I'm in the middle of the air, because then that's when I'm gonna get fucked. Damn it. Okay, he's distracted shooting missiles, so he's not charging at me at least. He almost got his ass. Whew, not bad. Get a load of this. Yeah, he's always got one line in every game that he repeats. He's got get a load of this. He's got take this. You know what they say, the more the merrier. Lights out. You little. How do we do? How do we do time-wise? Nice, we got an A. At least that makes up for the D on Final Fortress. No, not Shadow Fever. I always forget that one.
Now let's find that secret treasure.
She found his collection of shadow cum jars.
Prepare to destroy immediate area.
Hey, Omega, did I ever tell you that Shadow is a robot? And... oh, never mind. Good luck.
You know about cloning. The original must exist somewhere.
Omega is hope-pilled. He would never give up on his bestie Shadow.
All this for what?
Now let's blast some Julian K, which, by the way, Julian K is touring again next year, and I will be seeing them.
Something's never changed.
What are you saying? What else is that famous president supposed to do?
Not bad, guys. It only took 40 minutes to beat 2 levels in this game, but now we're doing Team Sonic. That's the last one. And then we have the final story. We'll probably do like half of Sonic's story, and then I'll save the rest for next stream so that the stream isn't like 20 minutes long, because then we just only have to do Metal Madness. As the Eggman watches. So true. What deep lyrics. This song is such a banger, bro. This song was life-changing, okay? Look how shiny and polished Omega is in the cutscenes. And nothing of consequence happened throughout the whole story. We just find out that Shadow may or may not be a robot. Which we already figured. In God of War 3, Kratos beat Big the Cat. That depends. Has Kratos kidnapped Froggy? Because he's like the Hulk. His power level increases the more danger that Froggy is in. Like, we haven't quite seen World Ender Big yet. What lineup from AAA Mario video? The AAA Mario video is better. Focus M or OK? I have no idea what you're referring to. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. AAA Mario video. Oh, I know what you're talking about. That weird, like, Unreal thing. the Nintendo hire this man. I love the walking animation in that video. It always makes me laugh. Big would fishing hook Kratos into the sun. Kratos would actually be in more danger if he's wearing the optional God of War outfit from God of War 1. I wish they let me skip the credits in these games, honestly. That's my only complaint. That's the only thing from keeping these games being a 21 out of 10. So they're only a 20 out of 10. Someone added Goyslap AAA gaming dialogue to the Unreal Engine Mario video. I saw it was going around again. I just didn't click on it because I don't think I've ever listened to the audio for that video. Created by Sonic. It's crazy that Sonic Team is still in business, honestly. I don't think any studio could survive the number of fuck-ups that they've made, but boy oh boy. Good coins. I better collect those. I have to hunt this down now. I have to watch it when I'm done streaming because that sounds funny. All right, guys, we got one more to go, and then we're all wrapped up.
Let's blast through with Sonic speed.
Okay.
All right.
Sonic has like a weird theme song in this game that I don't think I've ever listened to all the way through. Even with the credits rolling, I've just like done something else with the credits rolling. All right, Mario, time to party.
Yo, Tails. Long
That'll be
time
my anime dub voice if I ever get hired to voice Mario. Wahoo! Let's a go. Guess what, Sonic Heroes? That's the name of the game. This isn't even like the only time that he just sends them a letter like, I'm gonna conquer the world in a couple days. He does it again in Sonic 06.
No worries. We got this one. Ha! Think I'd miss this? Time to crack that Eggman wide open. Yeah, let's party.
What if Sonic was being literal and they just like split Eggman's skull open with a sledgehammer at the end? Would it be a little excessive? Or would they be saving themselves future grief? Where is the plane going? It's just gone. It's going, gone, like the Danger, Danger song. Alright.
Got it. All right.
No, I missed it. I already screwed it up. Start the whole game over.
Got it.
It's line up sideways from here on. Touch the checkpoint and restart from that spot when you
It must be cool being in the Sonic universe, though, because while Sonic is technically the fastest thing alive, everyone calls him that, everyone seems to be able to run minimum like 30 miles an hour. This is the according to Generations, they consider this Dreamcast era, but that's a load of hogwash if you ask me. It does not look like a Dreamcast game. It has too many polygons for a Dreamcast game. There's not a single Dreamcast game that has this much detail in the visuals. And I say that as someone who has a couple of Dreamcast games that I like quite a bit. Dreamcast was just like a slightly more powerful PS1. Yeah, GameCube was technically the same generation. It's the same generation as the Dreamcast in the same way the Wii U was the same generation as the PS4. Shaw.
pressing the B button during a jump.
I forgot. I always forget how bad Tails' voice actor is in this because it's literally like a 5-year-old. Yahoo! Yeah, they were the same generation. Console generations are weird, man.
Some of the submerged sea ruins move.
I mean, the Atari Jaguar was technically the same generation as
Best left to Tails.
PS1 and N64, and could barely, like, the most advanced game it had on it was Rayman, and even the Jaguar version of that was gimped compared to every other release.
All right.
They couldn't get Doom functioning with the music.
Got it. Yeah. Level up.
Leave it to me. Let's go.
Okay.
It did kind of feel, oh my god, what the fuck, that never happened before.
Tails.
This level felt kind of redundant
Attack them with thunder.
in Sonic Generations. We already had, like, Green Hill Zone. Why did we need another, like, lush environment level? Didn't AVGN shit on the Jaguar? Yes, he did. It is not a good console, but, like, by no metric is the Jaguar a good console. It's kind of neat to look at, I guess, but the controller sucks. The controller feels like shit. I had a Jaguar for a while. It's really, it feels like a Chinese knockoff of its own controller design. And the only games worth playing on it are like Zool 2. Or the Jaguar Wolfenstein port is interesting because it's just like a totally different build of the game. Yeah, Cybermorph. And then there was like a sequel to it that they made for the Jaguar CD, which you can barely get to function. I remember Spoonie actually had to like get out like a soldering kit just to fix a Jaguar CD to get it to work. Man, the Jaguar was dire. Very seemingly didn't manage to make a single competitive console after the 2600, yet they continued making them. Someone out there had to be brand loyal to Atari or something, because there's no fucking way those things were selling in big numbers. I know Classic Game Room was a big Atari 7800 apologist, although even he was like, the Atari 5200 is dog shit. I don't really like buy multiple consoles anymore. I got my Switch 2. Should I ever have the money, I will buy a better gaming PC, and that's kind of it. But I'm not getting whatever the PS6 is going to be, and there's not going to be another Xbox. Sonic Generations had 4 green style levels and 2 city levels. 4 city levels, yeah. What do we have? We have, I mean, I'll give Sky Sanctuary a pass, because it is a unique looking level. All PlayStation and Xbox exclusives will probably come to Switch eventually. Man, the day Halo hits Switch 2, I'm on it. I'm on it. You're gonna buy a PS2 eventually? How do you not have one? It's the best-selling console of all time. They're still selling them, apparently. Every time the Switch is about to outsell it, Sony manages to sell another million.
We did it!
I actually streamed from my PS2. I streamed Ghost Rider. I generally avoid going too back. If I can help it, I'll try to play the most recent versions I can of games on stream. The perpetual Sonic Slap machine streams continue. I mean, we're on the last story, buddy. Once we finish Sonic, it's Killzone time, baby. You wouldn't get it. You just wouldn't get it. Non-Sonic heads could never understand. At least Killzone is cool. Brother, have you played Sonic Riders Zero Gravity? It's one of the coolest games ever made. Have you ever played Sonic Free Riders? You have to use your whole body. I would never stream the Wii U Wind Waker over the GameCube one. By Killzone time, you mean Shadow the Hedgehog? I already did stream Shadow the Hedgehog. I only did the evil story, though, because I'm not erasing my save file from 20 years ago. I don't have a second memory card, and I'm not erasing my save file, so I just played the evil story. I've got it. One story for my PS2. I signed up for a Global Secret Santa, and someone who lived an hour from my house dropped off my gifts in person, and he gave me a PS2 and vodka. That's wild. But it's pretty sick. Almost Dead. Yo! The Powerman 5000 song that is simultaneously not listed on the Shadow soundtrack and also is not available on Spotify under Powerman 5000. Well, Evan, I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna go see Julian Kaye again next year. I already bought the tickets, man. And it's all thanks to Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog that I even know they exist. Is Jet the Yamcha of Sonic? I have to think about that, because he has to be a character that the creators borderline seem to hate, given how little screen time he gets. I guess that would be appropriate because they couldn't be bothered to bring the rogues back until Crossworlds. Power Man track has one of the sickest breakdowns I've heard. It's from a band that I don't think even knows what a breakdown is. They don't even know what singing is. It's all spoken word music. I mean, we all do love a little When Worlds Collide. Whoa, this turtle is swimming with a block on his back. I've been on like a big like sludge kick lately, so I haven't really been listening to my usual stuff just because it's been like I've not been in the mood. So it's mostly been like Baroness. What's the other ones? Kylisa. There's one other one. I forget what their name is. It's pretty good stuff. Obviously Mastodon. Everyone likes Mastodon. That's what Sonic's team can do when their Team Blast meter hasn't drained. It's kind of useless most of the time. Die, robot. They also hate Final Fantasy XIV because they say Sephiroth's name copied... Sephiroth's theme copied When Worlds Collide? Seriously? Perp! Another Sonic Chad in the chat. See, Evan shit talks Sonic Heroes, but the Sonic Chads always show up. They're the true blue believers. I know why Yora's not here, because he's currently streaming Bloodborne. He's streaming at a time where I would theoretically be available to watch, but I usually stream at this time. You missed the last two stages of Team Dark, Perk. The song is called Fiend, if you want to... Alright, I'll check it out. I've only really listened to a couple of their songs. Like, I'm not like the biggest Power Man 5000 head, because all their songs kind of blend into each other. And if I just want to listen to someone, like, aggressively yelling over an industrial beat, I'll listen to Static X. Sonic needs Souls-like... I would love a Sonic game with Souls-like elements. The two worst fan bases can merge? No. You would... If you want the two worst gaming fan bases to merge, Dark Souls and Kingdom Hearts need to merge together. At the end of Bloodborne, you wake from the Hunter's Dream and realize you were sleeping in Green Hill Zone. I played Bloodborne all the way through once, and I didn't get it. I don't get the big deal. The art design is cool. That's about it. I was not compelled to buy the $20 DLC. And I was not compelled to play it again for a different ending. I liked the original Dark Souls a lot, but the Bloodborne just like didn't have that effect on me.
That was tight.
Sonic Souls would just be Super Meat Boy or some shit. Freedom Planet. Dodging is cooler than tanking. No, it's just like the... I don't know, it just seemed like it got a lot of love for like the aesthetic, but like if you're in the dodging and parrying, it seems like Sekiro did that better.
I think you got that backwards, Doc. Man,
I mean, if I were Eggman at this point, I'd just give up. I have like a dozen super-powered cartoon animals trying to kill me. I mean, this isn't Eggman, obviously, but at this point in time, he should just give up. His own henchmen are locking him in broom closets. He just needs to stop. Everyone's had enough. He almost blew up the planet in the last game, and he was like, oh, oops, I fucked up. And you think he would have learned a lesson, but no. The games must go on.
this isn't the end.
Got his ass. Busted him up. Also, you can just dodge in Dark Souls.
Ready for the junk pile.
I always found like the parry timing for the blunderbuss to be a little iffy. Also, can you imagine blowing up Earth and just being like, "My bad, dog"? He does it multiple times. Actually, he doesn't even give everyone a "my bad" in Sonic Unleashed. He just gets away with it.
Eggman escaped into the city.
Eggman's robots are taking control of everything.
Let's find Eggman and show him the real power of teamwork.
Yeah, the real power of teamwork, the power of friendship.
So that's
Except like Sonic and Knuckles aren't really like close friends. They're more like co-workers.
Just standing on it carries me forward.
I would say they're friends by the time of Sonic Frontiers. But I've never got the big like friend impressions from them. We're not going there. I've definitely never been anywhere more dangerous. Is IDW canon? Not to me. We are not IDW respecters in this house. Fuck IDW.
Those machines are sucking the energy off the road.
How low can he go? We can't let him get away with this.
And IDW is about to go out of business any day now. I mean, they've been going out of business for like 10 years. But, you know, one day it'll happen, and then none of that shit will matter. Cities in Sonic are also clean and civilized looking. Why is this? Well, the black creatures from the Black Comet haven't arrived yet.
Ready anytime.
Leave it to me.
In this house, Ken Penders is a hero. Exactly. Ken Penders gave us a kid in a Wakanda. What did IDW give us? A gay lemur? Lame. Gay lamer, more like. Sonic, you of all people should not be yelling at the sight of a loop-de-loop. Who owns the Black Comet? Black Doom! Who wears interesting looking iconography on his clothes. Lots of interesting shapes and stars there. We was a kid isn't shit. We had all this beautiful technology and advanced way of life until those gosh darn Robotniks came along. Stock market will decide IDW canonicity. Yes! And yet, look, I'm always willing to place my bets on comic companies going under, because fuck them. The only person I will give the right to continue making comics is the Common America guys and Matt Krotz and Thomas Roiland. They're the only ones allowed to make comics for the foreseeable future. And Todd McFarlane. You know, he's a bit of a libtard, but you know what? He's kind of a lovable, like, Gen X type. You know Black Doom is voiced by Goku's voice actor? Yes! Although he's voiced by Ben Diskin in Shadow Generation, which is a weird choice. I guess it makes sense because Ben Diskin also voiced Venom in Spectacular Spider-Man. They're both black dudes who are aliens. Black creatures in Shadow and everything got really violent and destroyed. Yeah, you know, funny how that works, but you're not supposed to notice. You're not supposed to notice that when the black creatures invaded Westopolis, all of a sudden crime went up. Remember that Sean Schemmel isn't very nice? I met him. He was nice when you met him? I mean, being nice to people in person is really all that matters. Being nice to people online, actually, is a good gauge of how nice someone is. Especially if you're a celebrity. So, like, that's where I personally hate Grey DeLise, because she's, like, was just, like, a massive cunt to that one guy who was just making, like, a Scooby-Doo fan video. Thought Poundtech and Graph were bad until I read IDW. Right. You think Sonic Colors dialogue is bad. And then, like, you have Sonic saying, I don't see the time stones anywhere. He was fine. He was masked up and clearly uncomfortable with that. I wasn't, but a lot of other people weren't either, so he's just tanking hits to his limb HP. Yeah, so he's not fantasizing about murdering elderly women at CVS like Stephen Blum. Which is also something that apparently David Jaffe does now. He just like sits in public places and fantasizes about screaming at people. He tweeted about how some guy was being really mean to a waitress, and I almost did something. And it's like, wow, you almost did something. Really brave. Tough guy David Jaffe over here. Watch out. The 4-foot-tall, morbidly obese gnome is going to yell at you. And he'll say, "Don't you know who I am? I'm made God of War!" Nux under Sega, one note, strong guy protecting Emerald, Nux under Penna's generational hero involved in centuries-old Echidna Civil War with a boss-level villain and genuine net. Yes! He had, like, the Master Emerald power and turned green for, like, months in the run. And then he had to, like, fight Enerjack and Mammoth Mogul. The Sonic comics had some fucking banger villains, okay? IDW can't compete. They have, like, a weird, like, gay-looking scientist platypus guy and, like, a pinstripe suit. Lame. What about Raging Golden Eagle and Razor Fist? I'll give Razor Fist the comic book rights. I don't know anything about Raging Golden Eagle, so I won't say.
That was tight.
I'm revoking any comic publication rights from Yellow Flash, though, if he has ever attempted to do so. Your boy Zach can also continue making comics because it's funny. Enerjack was a Robotnik level. Yes! He was literally like the white guy Pharaoh meme. He was an echidna wearing Pharaoh clothes with like unlimited god powers.
What a wild ride.
Yes, Mammoth Mogul always freaked me the fuck out as a kid because like, whoa, this guy's like scary and like no one can beat him. There was also a one-off like alternate history story where Sonic gets stuck in a time capsule and taken to the future where he joins like a Sonic Fantastic Four against Robo-Lactus, which is Eggman Galactus. Is fucking weird. Archie was just like, it was lit, man. You had to be there. And Tommy the Turtle, man. R.I.P. Tommy the Turtle. He just looked like Franklin. like of all the characters in the comics, that one character always stood out to me. He got his ass whipped by jabronis on the regular. Really love what they did with the Mammoth Mogul and how it was similar to Vandal Savage. I mean, yeah, that's basically... I remember reading his backstory, and I didn't know who Vandal Savage was at the time. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool and unique and original. To my... I don't know, I was like 7 years old when I read those comics. I don't remember. They need to do reprints. They did like little miniature, like digest size reprints, but they're hard to find in good shape, and B, the dialogue, they did not adjust the size of the text for the new print size, so it's really hard to read. No, I'm not blind. I have decent eyesight. It's really that bad. I read some comics growing up, but I stand for Celia Seal. I don't even remember that character, man. Remember Fiona Fox, Tails' love interest, who turned out to be a robot? Anyone can make a cool Sonic villain concept. Here's one. A crow stockbroker who uses a supercomputer powered by Chaos Emerald's currency trade. That does straight up sound like something Archie would have done. Fiona arc was wild, yeah. That's when Tails officially fell out with Sonic for a while. He's like, you took her from me for some reason. I don't remember what the reasoning was. There was also a gold E102 Gamma named Adam. Really original naming, like a progenitor robot character, Adam. I don't think anyone's done that one before. Ian Flynn, knocking it out of the park again. Never had a comic shop around growing up, so I didn't get to read Archie till 2020 when I found it online for free. So, the first time I ever read Archie and comics in general, my mom took me... We were going somewhere, and we wound up at like a Borders bookstore. I don't think Borders is even a thing anymore. and there was a magazine rack that had Archie Sonic number 97 and 98. 97 is the one where Sonic is wearing like a ninja costume and a bunch of people say boo down with the furries. And then 98 is the first appearance of Shadow and is actually fairly expensive online now. And I still have my copy. It's held together with Scotch tape because I read it so many times, and I have it framed on my wall right next to me. What about Mina? Mina, what is her name? Mina Mongoose? And she was like yellow, right? I kind of remember that character. Really remember that panel because I screenshotted it and shared it a bunch. Yeah, it's a banger. Like, those guys knew not what they cooked back in the day. That was, I think, Spaz's art, and he's the best Sonic artist in the comics anyway. Very high energy. It's low detail, but high energy. Whereas like the Archie like house style, which is just Tracy Yardley's shitty style, but copied by a bunch of different people, is low detail and low energy. And there has to be hype in comics, and I think Spaz's art really like carried a lot of Archie. If you thought the stories were dumb. And his art for issue 98 on the cover ain't great. I'll be honest, because it's like they converted art that he drew into a bunch of weird looking 3D models. Sonic was in the 90-100 issues. Was when some of the worst writing in the that was when I started reading it. that's what I have nostalgia for, is around the 100 issue mark. He only did a couple yeah, I remember one where like Sonic has to like fight like a dragon, and there's this whole like SWAT team helping him, and he did all the art for that, and it was crazy. So until we can get comics on the level of Archie Sonic, sorry guys, we don't need any more comics. Zero Calcare is not cutting it. We need a Sam Keith back, but he's like 60 years old now, tending to his 90-year-old wife. I am actually, on the subject of comics, I am reading Ghost in the Shell. I'm really hoping to have it done before the end of the year, and I am enjoying it. It's a lot more dense than I was expecting. People like to talk about it like, oh, it's so goofy and silly compared to the shows and the movies, but it's still really dense. Hag maxing? I mean, yeah, he's like, he had the Aaron Taylor Johnson thing where like his mom's friend just like groomed him, and now he's just been married to her his whole life. Back in the day, Sonic fan fictions, he'd had one top-tier guy, Dan Drays, and a 50-year-old librarian. He rated every issue of Sonic on his website. That's based. Old internet stuff like that is so fun. I remember I wrote a college paper about Star Trek, and I could only find articles on... At the time that I did this, I could only find articles on specific episodes written by a guy named Tim Lynch, because I was writing about Deep Space Nine in specific. And, like, you could find TNG shit everywhere at the time. We do love our Deep Space Nine. That's the only Star Trek show I've actually made my fiance watch, and she loved it. Shook Aaron Taylor Johnson's hand when he made that John Lennon biopic. Was he supposed to be John Lennon? Remember that movie, Yesterday, where it's about, like, an Indian guy stealing all the Beatles songs? And it's supposed to be, like, wholesome? Interesting. I'm surprised my fiance has never asked me to watch it with her. 'Cause she's a big Beatle head. I know I've been making fun of the Beatles on Twitter, but she knows I make fun of the Beatles all the time. Look, she made me watch that entire Get Back Peter Jackson documentary. I get to make fun of the Beatles. I have license to do so. Yesterday is like a joke I would make, except it's a real movie. Yeah, it's like the ugliest, like, mangiest looking Indian guy is like... He time travels to a world where the Beatles never existed, And they just use, and there's the only time it's like played for laughs is they use it to like make a joke at the expense of like a Coldplay and Ed Sheeran. But Ed Sheeran still shows up in the movie, which is like dire. Hate that motherfucker, that little goblin. We're almost there. Oh my god, Tails' voice actor is really like... He's reading at like a 2nd grade level right now. No one has ever told him, can you do another take? The Shape of You is the worst pop song. He's awful. It's actually weird because he sounds like normal pop singer, and then you see him and you're like, oh, that's who's singing this? Tails VA is a bit special here. Yeah, they decided to have the 5-year-old deliver the technobabble dialogue. Raisin slowly lost his soul the more he read the comics. He was a really good writer, too. I cannot believe someone made a movie about an Indian guy going into another universe with no Beatles music, only so he can then write it and take credit for it. Don't forget, at the end, the elderly white lady thanks him for doing so. Alright, we're just gonna spam tornadoes until everyone dies. Everybody get out of the way! That was hard. I would actually rather watch The Last Jedi than that movie. Cringe! This is why Shadow is #1. Drazen has to be in his 80s by now. He's probably dead. Oh, man. I hope someone archived his stuff. I would love to look into it.
Boy, Amy sure doesn't give up that easy.
What is this place? Sure is bright here.
We got some time. Feeling lucky.
There's another giant casino-themed city and nobody knows the name of it, huh?
Let's go.
This entire city is like a giant casino.
The buildings and roads are all part of a...
Yeah, I would think I would rather watch The Last Jedi than yesterday as well. We need to stop making movies out of things related to the Beatles, okay? Like, it's over. Let's make a movie out of songs from The Elder. It's been long enough. We need it. I think it would make Paul Stanley very happy. In fact, every single metal concept album should be made into a movie. That would be much better than the movies we're getting now. Every Ayreon album would make a great movie. We have Vegas and Macaw in real life. What? I don't know. Like, we need to just stop with the Beatles worship. It's over, guys. I think Paul McCartney's still alive. Ringo's still alive. Ringo's just making music. He's the only real artist in the bunch. Let's be real here. And he had the hottest wife, too. It's all because of that fucking documentary that I know way more about them than I should, because I don't actively listen to any of their music ever. Am I gonna get transported to the other side again? Oh, okay, good. No! Ringo has like 30 solo albums. Yeah, like Ace Frehley. He's the Ace Frehley of... Actually, I don't know. Peter Criss would probably be the Ringo of Kiss. So that was like 90% of my memories of this game. Cyber level and Shadow. Yeah, well, because they're the levels that you have to pass through the most to get through the game, and they have the most annoying gimmicks, so it's like, it sticks in your head. How about a movie about how the Beatles' popularity is completely astroturfed? The first time they came to the U.S. Sorry, I'm midair. First time they came to the U.S., they had crowds of screaming fangirls despite no one knowing who they were. Record company shills. Where my boys at? Here we are. The Beatles and Nirvana are two of the most overrated bands of all time. Then again, I was more of a tragically hip guy being Canadian and all. I didn't listen to find like an artist whose music I liked growing up until I heard Rob Zombie. So I was always destined to be like an edgelord metal kid.
Here we go! Take this! Take this! Take this!
And I don't really like how many albums does Nirvana even have that like people are like, oh my god, we lost a legend. It's like, bro, like he just made like he made not good Creed. Rob Zombie has some bangers. Yeah, he has some bangers. I will say, like he had a couple of really good like industrial metal tracks in the mid to late 90s, and White Zombie was good. And then, for some reason, he just went off on this weird, like, country-ick metal thing that he just started doing, and it just doesn't sound as good. It's not Super Beast. Rob Zombie isn't even metal, it's like grunge rock for people who can't tolerate metal to pretend they like metal. No, Super Beast is pretty good. Well, that whole Hellbilly Deluxe album, really. Rob Zombie songs go on too long. I wish they were longer, but I lift weights to them, so that's why. But you can always just get more with, like, Static X. One person I don't understand is why he's famous is Marilyn Manson. Because, like, I tried listening to him, and it's like all of his most popular songs are, like, shitty edgelord covers of more famous artists. For some reason, Mike Stoklasa really likes him. But his last name is Stoklasa, so I assume he's, like, Polish or something. In the other writers area of this website, he still has one of Ian Flynn's fanfics posted. Holy crap. Alright, John, you gotta post that. Post that on Twitter and DM it to me and I'll retweet it, because I gotta look into this, and I need the Sonic Would Love Us bros to know. I need them to see this shit. Is that Red Letter Media? Yes. Oh, I didn't mean to go up here. Link sent in your Twitter. Fabulous. I will check it out later. Marilyn Manson feels like he's a pizza cutter, all edge, no point. Banger. Post that. Sonic and Tails are just waiting for me here. Flynn went by Ian the Oh, that's so cringe. Let me crack open my next seltzer. This is just a seltzer. I'm not drinking more than one soda in one sitting. I don't want to become 500 pounds. Because he wore a dress. Are you referring to, what's his face? The guy who shot himself? I don't remember his name. That's pretty dire. He's supposed to be like a big deal, and I don't remember his name at all. Nirvana guy. I don't have room in my brain for that. I only have room for Sonic lore. Going to a Deathclock and Amon Amarth concert with a friend, but I haven't listened to either before. Oh, well, Deathclock's fun. Amon Amarth, I've only listened to a little bit. They're alright. Not my favorite, but Deathclock's pretty good. It's a good way to get into melodic death metal. So if you like them, there are a lot of... You should just watch Metalocalypse. Just watch Metalocalypse on HBO or something, and you'll know what you're in for. It's also a good show, so you might as well just watch it. It's the golden age of Adult Swim when they still had shit that wasn't just Rick and Morty and had to have smiling friends pull them out of the fire. Is it called melodic death metal because it actually has a melody? Yes, that is literally why. Because regular death metal can be a lot more chaotic and lack a coherent melody. Melodic death metal tends to have like an actual chorus and like a more consistent rhythm.
Got it. Level up.
My friend is a big metalhead. He gave me some CDs for Black Magic SS. I'm not sure if I know them off the top of my head. If you put me on the spot, I can't name a single fucking thing because my brain don't work too good. But like, I like a lot of like my tastes wax and wane based on like my mood. It's like I said earlier in the stream. I've been listening to a lot of sludge stuff lately. But I like a lot of progressive stuff. Melodic death metal, stuff like Rise to Fall, they're really good. They're Spanish, I think. Power metal only. I like Stratovarius a bit. I am not... I know Daka fucking loves Blind Guardian, but I'm not into it. I don't like Hansi Kirsch's vocals at all. And vocals are like a big part of what makes power metal good for me. I really like DGM, which is like... in some way that I cannot perceive, they're considered progressive metal, but it really comes off more like power metal at times. But who am I to say? I'm not like an expert in this stuff. Dragonland, don't know him. Twilight Force, Electric Wizard. It's your own name and stuff. I'm very like... I only really started like dipping my toes into different stuff. I used to just stick to what I liked up until about 2019 when I just started like browsing vigorously like Encyclopedia Metallum. So I'd find an artist and I would just be like, oh, I like this. What else is like this? And I would just like go through the similar artists until I found things that hit for me. Any deathcore? I wouldn't know what that is off the top of my head. I'm gonna be totally real with you. I got into it because I started listening to... I had a friend in middle school who liked Adagio and told me about them, but you couldn't get their music in the US at the time. And so I found their music on Spotify again, and I was like, wait, this singer is different, but I actually like him better than the old singer, and it's a guy named Kelly Carpenter. And so I just started looking at bands he was a part of, and then I started looking up other singers based on, like, who guest spotted with him, or who he guest spotted with. So it led me to bands like Novaria, or Episode. So it's all connected. Connect the cuts, connect the dots. It's like... Deathcore is like stupid chunky, like Chelsea Grin, Emir, Suicide Silence. I'm not 100% sure. I'm very versed in progressive, like Dream Theater. Like I said earlier, Novaria. Again, I'm drawing blanks, trying to remember them all off the top of my head. Tesseract, I have heard, yes. I have definitely heard them. And sometimes I'll just hear a band on something, and I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. Let me just listen to them. And sometimes it sucks. Like, I heard the band Mudvayne through the movie Ghost Ship, and boy, was I disappointed. You gotta find a button. I gotta push a button to get the heck out of here.
Leave it to me. Let's go. Let's go.
I've never been a big... I mean, I know everyone considers them like to be like classic, but I've never been a big Metallica head. Just couldn't get into it. I mean, everyone knows Enter Sandman, and then I try listening to their other stuff, and it's like, eh. The only time I've ever listened to them by choice was one time the USB in my car wasn't working, so I couldn't listen to Spotify, and so I just put on like a rock station that I found. Blacklight Burns, maybe? I don't know. I've listened to a lot of bands and like liked one song and then just not listened to them again. Another one I like is The Gathering is pretty good. They're barely metal though. Like their earlier stuff is more, but the later stuff is borderline like Deftones. Cell Dweller, yeah, man, I grew up around where Cell Dweller lived. My old job, before they went remote, we had an office in his hometown. And I've listened to all his other stuff like Circle of Dust, Scandroid, etc., etc., etc. Found an archiving musician I liked who nuked his original channel because he hated how people mostly watched his covers, so he wanted to try and erase them. Oh, that sucks. I don't really... When I find someone who does a good cover, I'm interested in finding the music that's original to them. That's how I found Killswitch Engage, is I was looking up Ronnie Dio's Holy Diver, and I was like, oh, there's a cover of this? And I liked it, and then I found their other music, and it was good shit. I know they're considered metalcore, but like melodic death metal isn't really far off from what Killswitch Engage is. Cell Dweller is like a hero of mine. I frequently Clayton Max. Oh yeah, are you planning on growing like a red mohawk? I think he recently had like twins too. He also owns his own record label now.
Yes.
So he's got the Annex and another band called Razor working for him, or signed to his label anyway. He had Blue Stahli for a while, but he left. And the Annex frequently collaborates with Julian Kay. So it's a lot of like serendipity. I don't have enough hair. Killswitch Engage is one of the best metalcore acts as they are. They are, well, I mean, yeah, Cell Dweller is great. That's like, it's exactly like the type of stuff, like very rhythmic, a lot of shouting, but also a tune. I really like industrial and electronic metal a lot. A metalcore band that I like, that I don't think anyone else on Earth likes, is called, I would recommend Emergency Gate. They have a cover of What Is Love for some reason. Oh, cool. I don't need that yet. Okay, what the Falling Out was about, but after I used to love Blue Stahli, but it's like now he's been putting out weird stuff. He puts out interesting stuff, but it's like, it's not something I'm putting on the gym. I'm just gonna listen to Ultranum again. What Is Love is very Newgrounds coded. Yeah. I think they actually got, they did like a music video of it, and they actually got the Hadaway guy to be in it. Scrape, yeah, that's a good one. Metamorphosis is a good one. I'm like I'm the strongest defender of Korn's dubstep album. Because it's not really dubstep, they just made like electronic metal, they just didn't know how, so they had a bunch of dubstep guys do it for them. Like, I highly recommend, if you haven't listened to Path of Totality, I recommend giving it a shot. It gets a bad rap from new metal heads, but that's because they don't like change. I like Metal Step Korn record, it's a banger. Get Up is one of the best workout songs ever written. And I don't remember how I found it. Oh, I know how I found it. I got into Korn because of the Korn song in Silent Hill Downpour. I was like, maybe I'll actually listen to these guys, and then that was their most recent album at the time. I don't like most of Korn's normal stuff, though, so thoughts on that one don't count. It depends. It's very esoteric and weird. Later, John. I will check out that link after the stream. And I will share it, of course, because it sounds amazing. Don't worry, Evan. I will be streaming Silent Hill Downpour soon enough. Just what was such a bizarre song. If you ever want me to get into your band, just have one of your songs featured in a video game that looks mildly cool to me, and you're in. That's it. That's all it takes. That's the, like, Twisted Metal 3 is the only reason I own a Pitch Shifter CD. Eggman for King of Vegas, he's gonna have to duel Wayne Newton for that title. Guessing you found Teldola for Dead Rising 2? Yes. Although, it sucks because there's, I did that with, was that guy talking about Ian Flynn's Sonic and Teletubbies crossover fanfic? Probably? If that's a real thing, that's fucking demented, man, but I'm gonna do my research, because I need to know what Ian Flynn was up to before he was writing the worst thing I've ever seen. It's also where you, well, yeah, and I immediately followed Celldweller on, like, Facebook and stuff, so I could just keep up with what he's putting out. It is, and it's hilarious. That's deranged. And Sega said, Sega hired this man.
Tails, how much time's left?
We've got until sunset.
Tails, Knuckles,
It's been 3 days?
full speed ahead. Got it.
When grinding, use the B button to accelerate.
We're already, like about halfway through Sonic's story, because it's so much easier than Shadows.
What a view.
Look at those canyons.
Keep your eyes on the
They needed someone who was at least at Ken Pender's level. Well, he's not at Ken Pender's level, okay?
Level up.
I'll take care of them.
No, why am I going backwards? There we go.
I think we can change the direction of that light rail we were just on with the switch. Let's find the switch.
Let's find the switch. Sonic versus Trump debate. Oh, what, like the old Oni Plays bit? This guy let Eggman blow up the moon! Sega hired that man because every Sonic tuber under the sun told him they should. Well, I should have been streaming earlier, I'm sorry. I could have stopped this. I could have changed the course of events. I need to be like that Indian man in the movie Yesterday, except I transport to a universe where Ian Flynn doesn't exist, and I write all the Sonic comics. So that Emergency Gate cover of What Is Up featuring the original singer slaps way harder than I thought it should. They're pretty good. They have a song, I forget the name of it, but they got Tom England to... Oh, Dark Side of the Sun. That's the song that I learned about them from, and it's pretty good. And they're okay. They seem to get a lot of flack for some reason. Like, on Encyclopedia Metallum, people really fucking hate them. But, I don't know. I like them. If Tom England is going to do a backing vocal for one of your songs, I will listen to the rest of your entire discography. Sonic has never been the same since Westerners wrote the games. It's true. There's just like something lost in the complete and utter... The Japanese just weren't irony poisoned. Which is why we wind up with epic stories like Shadow the Hedgehog.
Let's leave this to Tails.
Why should we? He's like a dumb little kid. He can't do shit. Yeah, man. Like, once... I think, what are their names? Pontac and Graf took over with, like... What was it? Sonic Freeriders is where they started? And it was, like, rough. That was a difficult decade of my life.
You want a race?
You know what these Sonic games are desperately missing? Miles McKenzie. True! Miles McKenzie is better written than every Pontac and Graf Sonic game. Did you just join, Thomas? I gave you explicit rights to publish comics in my new world. You Matt Krotz, even though you guys are mortal enemies for reasons I can't comprehend. Your boy Zach, because it's funny watching him put comics out still. And Todd McFarlane, because I like him. Howdy do, Sonic, or should I say, Super Sonic. Blame has to be faulted at Yuji Naka. The infighting at Sega was partially his fault. The infighting with Yuji Naka started with Sonic 2. Like, he literally got so annoyed working with Sega after one game. He moved to the US to work on Sonic 2 with Mark Cerny. Which is so weird to think that the director of Knack worked on a Sonic game. I actually still have no idea who Matt Krotz is. I just know he's had me blocked for years. Oh, and the Common America guys, right. Well, he's on good terms with the Common America guys. So that's why I assume you know who he is, but I'm obviously lying. Doug TenNapel has the rights to make comics too, but he actually has to get off his ass and do it instead of posting about politics 24/7 because it's fucking annoying. I don't care how many alien crucifixions his comics have, he just needs to make them. Sega Technical Institute was good in paper. Too bad Yuji Naka's power tripping killed it. Well, do you think it was Sega Technical Institute, or was it Yuji Naka who made Sonic 2 the glitchiest of the Sonic games? Because that's my least favorite one to go back and play, because the design is so... It just feels unfinished compared to every other Genesis Sonic game. Cool. I see your chat, Thomas, and I will read it as soon as I'm not on a grind rail, which is a tall order for this level, I'm going to be honest. Let me see. Doug doesn't want to make comics anymore now that his Boomer Slot videos are bringing in more money than his comics apparently ever could. But he could make a ton of money now that he has his Boomer Slot videos. He just, like, advertises at the beginning or the end, and he's like, if you want to support right-wing creators in comics, you just have to buy Bigfoot Bill 3. Thoughts on Sonic CD? Man, I love Sonic CD. It's like, it's one of my favorite ones of the... I like Sonic CD and Knuckles Chaotix because they're so weird. But they're well designed. They're just super strange. They don't really fit in with the main Sonic games. I don't want to support right-wing creators in comics. They always suck. I've told this story before. I can't believe Mike S. Miller is still doing the comics grift online after, like, I ordered a comic from him and he just never sent it. And I sent him an email saying, like, hey, like, it was like a multi-pack order for one of his indie projects, and he sent me one of the books. There was supposed to be two, and when I emailed him, he just ignored it. I refer to CD as the Majora's Mask of Sonic because there's a weird moon. And there's time travel. It's just like, it's just such an odd duck of a game, and it's like, especially in like the early internet, people, it was a contentious game because you had people who'd be like, well, if you played it with the US soundtrack, you haven't really played it. But like, I've played it with the Japanese soundtrack and I like the US soundtrack better. Sorry. That Collision Chaos theme just goes way too fucking hard. Typical American dub, really. Is Mike Miller still doing comics? I see him online every now and then tweeting something. He's a talented artist. It's just he's a horrible, horrible businessman. The deepest lore shit in the Neverhood is great. I could see that plagiarist Vadi make videos, creation of myth of the father and Qatar. I've never gotten to play Skull Monkeys or the Neverhood. The closest I've gotten is Boombots, which I've also streamed. I streamed myself 100%ing Boombots. And then I DM'd... No, I didn't DM. I added Doug TenNapel on Twitter for random lore bits. And he was generous enough to answer, so... He'll always be in my good book, even though he spends all his time making stupid, boring political videos instead of cool comic books about worms. Was Micus Miller on Injustice? Yes. That is like the only thing he's known for. That and Doug TenNapel made him cry on stream, and Ethan Van Sciver live streamed it. Where's the Neverlord? They're never coming. Based, yeah, I like. Look, there's a couple tracks on the Japanese soundtrack that I like, but the U.S. soundtrack is just like its peak. It's amazing. It's perfect. Now on the flip side, the Jun Suno soundtrack for Sonic 3D Blast is better in every way than the Richard Jacques soundtrack, which not a lot of people listen to anyway, because like 5 people on Earth have played the Sega Saturn version of that game. Why am I holding on me chatting with Doug? It was like last year. You can watch my old Boombot stream. It's not a very good game though. It doesn't hold up very well. The claymation cutscenes are fun though.
Leave it to Dave.
Got it. Take this.
Leave it to me. Dave.
Got it. Take this. Here we go.
There's a lot of if there's a PS1 game that I really want to play, it's the PS1 Ghost in the Shell game. And I wanted to play that before I read the book. It's just like I always loved the Ghost in the Shell cartoon, and I was like, "There's games out of this."
Really steep here. Be careful.
Thanks, Knuckles. He just walks right off after he says it. Dickhead. My brother did a stream with Doug TenNapel last year also. That's on my channel. I love Doug. He's a very interesting person to hear talk. He just like he's just got that boomer political brain rot. It's all he wants to talk about anymore. It's boring.
Leave it to me. Let's go.
We should stream together again soon, Thomas. It's been quite a while. We did the Batman Arkham stream together, and I think that was the last time we did a stream. Doug is still trying to hold it together with the whole JQ. Oh yeah, Doug is Israel's strongest soldier, isn't he?
Here we go.
Yeah, we definitely will.
Which way is the cannon facing? Hey!
What do you want to go talk about if not boomer stuff?
Yes!
Level up.
I mean, I don't know. If I was like as unk-coded as Doug TenNapel, I would just continue talking about video games because it's like my passion in life is video games.
Yes!
Video games and science fiction.
Yes!
Yes!
That's what I call a flight.
Woo.
I think my heart stopped.
Talk to Doug about Rick Rekieta being a drug addict. Oh, right. I remember he was blaming the kids. That's the big dark spot for me, is like him like simping for Rekieta. It's like, well, he's a friend of mine, and you know, when my career was at a low, he really helped me out. So you got to stand by your friends. It's like, look, man, there's a breaking point where you have to stop standing by your friends. When am I going to feature on another one of your videos? I don't know. Let me know when you're playing something that I know anything about, and I'm down. I enjoyed making that Far Cry video. It was fun. The curse of the Son of Two Battalion strikes again. Rekieta was groomed by his audience, said. I think the success just brought out his real, like, dark tendencies. Like, I'm not gonna blame innocent anime fans getting caught up in the ruckus of, like, this guy going to bat for their favorite voice actor. And I feel like a lot of people got taken in by him. Never trust a lawyer. That's what they always say. Lawyers are evil. It's all Bond stuff until like May. Okay, let me know when you're done with the Bond stuff, because if you want to talk about something I know nothing about, it's James Bond. I have never watched a single James Bond movie. I've never read one of the books. I don't know anything about James Bond. I've played GoldenEye multiplayer with my friend on his N64 when we were kids, and I couldn't figure out how to make the controls work. Never trust a monetized YouTuber e-celeb. Tugging at my collar. What about Quake? Man, I love Quake. I'm a Quake enjoyer, certified. Why did the camera turn away right as that laser grid showed up? I would have been able to save Sonic. You're driving. What the fuck are you talking about? Quake 1 was really cool. No matter what I do, like I can't like sit down and play Quake 2 for long periods. I don't know what it is. I think the Strogg are just boring compared to the scary H.P. Lovecraft world of the first game. Hugo Martin hinted in Doom the Dark Ages that his next game would be Quake. I would hope so, because he clearly just wants to fucking make Quake. Like, he doesn't seem like he wants to make Doom. He seems like he wants to make Quake. Boy, yeah, Evan does have a pretty hefty Quake video. You should check it out. I wish the holidays weren't keeping me so busy. I should have been done with that Resistance video by now. It's killing me, man. It's killing me not having time to work on things. Why did I have to start a YouTube channel right as I'm in the middle of getting married? It's not just you. Quake 2 was a slog by the end of it. Yeah, I think G-Man is the only person on Earth who routinely defends Quake 2's honor.
Guess that's about it.
Guess so, buddy. I'm a Quake 2 defender? What, just the main campaign though? Hope you got a joke that Resistance 3 should have been a Walking Dead game with aliens. I think I do mention something about The Walking Dead in my script, or I think I just talk about how all apocalyptic fiction ultimately boils down to just like people being like shitty to each other, and the second Resistance book is a lot of that. There's barely, the Chimera barely matter in the book, and that's really the fucking worst thing about it. So I can't wait to get the video out, because it's like, it was so disappointing. Because I really did like that first one. Enough of your propellering, buddy. This is such a cool boss. I mean, it kicks the shit out of me every single fucking time, but I just think, like, design-wise, it's really cool. Like, the Egg Hawk is pretty cool, but this boss is, like badass.
Switch me to leader if you want to stop them from moving.
Oh! Egg Hawk to a... Don't worry, Thomas, I've made that joke. I did not miss an opportunity for a Hawk Tua joke. What are you, crazy? I think there's upgrades on this side, which I don't necessarily need. I just need Tails' upgrade, really. This is the best. And I need more rings. Even the good Quake 2 expansion goes on too long. Yeah, that's my biggest... Like, I know people hate that one expansion for Callisto Protocol, but my main complaint with it is that's too fucking long. They add, like, one new enemy type, and it's really annoying to fight, and you have to fight them a lot. So the fact that it's also like a 5-hour expansion. Like, really, it ticked me off, for lack of a better word. Oh, fuck. Woo! Missed that because I am usually coming and going on stream. Yeah, I get it. I try to catch everyone's streams if I can. But I'm always busy, and everyone's streaming when I'm working. Or when they're streaming when I'm hanging out with people. But you do what you can. You try to support your homies. Your Twitter homies. I'm tossing what you do, either deep diving an absurdly long KOTOR video or a short series of obscure Xbox games. Well, my heart leans towards the obscure Xbox games. You know me, Evan. You know that I lean towards the obscure Xbox games. But it is in your best interest to do the KOTOR video, because I know you're a big Star Wars head, and Star Wars videos do numbers. There's no denying that Star Wars is a profitable thing to talk about. It would not have, like, Ethan Van Sciver's YouTube career would not exist if he didn't talk about Star Wars, because no one gives a fuck about his work on comic books. So that's it. If you want to go, if you want to get that bag and do the Star Wars video, I don't think anyone's gonna fault you for it. But my heart screams for some rando fucking Xbox game nobody's heard of, like Scrapland. I just got Enclave on Steam for $3. The Fable games? Fable is good. It's the only game with a dedicated fart on people's face button. I think KOTOR is actually the most interesting Star Wars thing. It is, unironically. It's actually better than all of the movies. They don't want you to know this, but you can just play KOTOR 1 and 2 and never engage with anything else Star Wars related, and you'll be good. If you're ever going to review those games, you have to interview Peter Molyneux and American McGee.
Once again, you fools have been tricked.
It's a fake?
From these canyons, watch as I conquer the world with my air fleet, and this time you can't stop me.
He acts like Sonic isn't known for, like, running really fast.
Sonic!
It's not an Eggman robot. Sonic! Knuckles! Wait for
Tails is literally the only character in the whole game who's like, this is weird.
All life form data successfully copied.
We finishing here? Yes. This is where I'm going to call it for now. Frog Forest seems like a good time to stop, because we got Frog Forest, then we've got Hang Castle, then we've got the Egg Fleet, and then we're just going to jump right into Metal Overlord from there. So could probably get an American Gee interview. I just did Sonic Mayhem. Yeah, I've been meaning to watch that. I've been listening to music while I work instead of YouTube videos lately to help me focus. But all right, guys, this is it for now. You might have to step out on the ghost. It is very scary. I get it. Hope you guys enjoy your Christmas. Merry Christmas. We're not saying happy holidays here. We're saying Merry Christmas. But we will definitely finish this game this week. And then we're jumping into Killzone. All right, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for sticking around.